Hi everybody, happy Friday. We are back. I'm trying to make sure that all of our other noise makers are off today. And hopefully we will stick to one video. I'm fully charged, so I think it's gonna work out today. Anyway, hope you guys had a great week and have a wonderful weekend ahead. Couple of fun announcements today, and we also have a great giveaway that is actually one of the biggest giveaways that we've done thus far. So historically here at, oh gosh, it's telling me it wants to update. Okay, later, we're gonna do that later, okay, good. Okay, so historically here at the clinic, one of the things that truly has been somewhat frustrating for myself is trying to figure out how do we help our patients do the things that we advise them to do with regard to diet, nutrition, exercise routine, and then of course evolve with them, change it up when they need it changed up. I know I recently, I love to run, which is so good and so bad for you. And so at different times in our life, I mean, the kids are back in school, the clinic is, COVID crazy and all the things. And so recently I even thought to myself, I really need to look at the regimen I'm doing and change it up. I really feel like I need to add in more core things. I need to probably get my knees off the road as much. Of course I do Peloton and love that. So anyway, how do I most efficiently and effectively with the time that I have get the most out of what I'm doing with regard to my diet and exercise routine, and how do I make it right for me so that I minimize negative results, I maximize and do the correct form of recovery for me and get everything I can out of my workout to help my body continue to age dynamically and stay healthy and stay 1 foot in front of anything that could pop up, especially considering really the stress around us right now that is it can only be curbed so much, right? We can do all we can do with kind of positive thinking and working through things that are put on our plate day to day. But there's gonna be those things, right? And so we're gonna have to push through. And so I even recently got my own nutrigenomic testing out with this special person who I'm about to introduce to you. Really I like to look at how am I made? How have I been made down to the cellular level? And so how can I make changes that are gonna affect my health, help me to be as healthy as I can at the cellular level? And so that's what I have become super passionate about and think is really a very cool, fun way to empower my patients to do the most they can with regard to their overall health and wellness, and to help them understand their body down to how it is made at the DNA level and how to kind of interact with the world around you in the most positive way you can. And so we often had, we could look at labs and we could say, okay, you have high sugar levels, so we're gonna put you on a low carb diet. And that is good, not that that's bad, but how can we make it even better, right? How could we provide something for our patients that was more supportive, really, that would help them know exactly what to do, when to do it, how to do it within the constraints of their own life and the other obligations that they have to their family, to their workplace, to the people around them, to the people they need to take care of, and most importantly, to taking care of themselves. So with that said, I'm going to announce a really fun special person who we now have on staff full time here, but I'm gonna make you wait so that she can kind of come in at the end and tell you all about herself and about kind of the program that we're setting up here with her, and talk about a couple of other things that I wanted to make sure that I covered today for you guys. So first is one other fun announcement that we have been working on. One thing that I think that we do really well is we tell you what supplements and vitamins and different things you can do, right, to address your concerns and the findings that we get on our diagnostic testing. But we haven't really well. Been able to tell you how long do you take them? How often do you take them? Is this something that you're going to need to stay and be consistent with foundationally, because it's probably down to the cellular level, the way you're made, these things are going to support positive health? Or is it something that you really should only take for 3 months and then we should repeat your levels and see if that's an appropriate regimen for you? I don't think that we've done that great. And so a way that we want to empower our patients to be able to stay on track with what we're telling them to do, as far as from a supplement dietary regimen, we are going to be announcing and kind of implementing an online website store for all of our DS Therapeutics. So I know, ironically, some of you love to come by here and to say hi to us, or to have our girls bring your stuff out to your car, and we love to make you a baggie. And if you are in need of anything, you can absolutely text our text line, and the girls will get your stuff together and make you a little fun bag and bring it out to you. But I know a lot of people, like myself, I'd much rather just order something online and have it automatically delivered. If anything, that's what I do with the boys. Vitamins and things like that. It just makes it easy, and then you don't get off track and say, oh, I know I was supposed to be taking that for my cholesterol, but I ran out a month ago and here I am to do my labs, and then we're kind of starting all over. So that is coming. Be looking for that announcement, and that will kind of help us serve you better and keep you on track and keep you consistent. So that is going to be coming in the next couple of weeks, and I'm very excited about that. And I'm hoping that, it'll give my at least a couple of these boys that I'm trying to raise a summer job to do, or a weekend job to pack stuff up and mail it out for me from over at our distribution center. So that'll be our family fun, so to speak, because I need some people to start earning their keep around here. 4 boys is gonna be tough. So anyway, that is to come. The other thing that I thought I would talk about today, because I always like to talk about an actual health topic, and what I've been doing, and I think it's been working, because it's always, I feel, something that's just kind of placed on my heart to talk to you about, is thinking back to what we've been seeing a lot of lately, and those conversations with my patients, and because maybe you need to hear that conversation too today. And so something that anyone who knows me and is close to me knows, that I'm very empathetic of any of my patients with headaches. I myself had headaches from a young girl age, and so my heart just goes out to anyone who suffers from chronic headaches. And I kind of tell people, you're either a headache person or you're not. I really believe that some people just don't have nerve endings in their head. Like, everybody knows somebody who's like, I don't think I've ever had a headache. And you're like, well, you think bad things about them for a second, because it's not fair. Anyway, so that's Sam, my office manager. Yeah, that's about right. Anyway, so if you are not that person and more like me, then you know that, and for a lot of my patients, headaches can become overwhelming and truly affect your quality of life. And so the hardest thing about headaches, chronic migraines, tension, all the above, is that there's not one perfect way to do the treatment of headaches, right? And I don't think there ever will be, because there's so many things that cause headaches. And so because of that, trying to figure out what is your thing and how do you help that thing for you can be very complicated. So we have a lot of different ways to help you figure that out, and a lot of different ways to help you prevent and or improve your overall quality of life if it's a headache life. And again, I'm very passionate about helping those patients, because my heart just goes out to them, because I've gotten in a big rut in the past with regard to my own kind of ways that headaches were just taking over my life back in college. So I've had to personally work through that, and so I really enjoy and am up for the challenge when I have to help my patients work through that. So what are things that we can do? So first of all, what causes headaches? Again, we don't really know, but but I, as you know, love the idea of if we know how, then we can figure out the why. So if we know how the headaches are coming, then we can figure out why they're coming, and then better kind of address those things. So we know kind of in general, there can be sleep issues, there can be food issues. Everybody knows of the old school MSG, but real thing documented. Medications can cause chronic headaches. Overexertion can, dehydration, and tension, sleeping wrong. There's all kinds of different reasons why you could have headaches and stuff go on musculoskeletal wise. And then, of course, the big H word that we love to talk about, hormones. Hormones can absolutely cause headaches. And I have to tell you, if there's one headache person who I really love to help, it's the woman with menstrual migraines. What's really great, ironically, about hormone-related or patterned headaches is because the good thing is that there's no tumor in your brain that only gives you a headache when you're about to start your period, right? So that's nice for what it's worth. So it's not the scary kind, but then it's the really aggravating kind, right? Because you're gonna have a cycle every month. Old school ways would be to just put you on a very high dose birth control to just stop the cycles. And whether or not that works temporarily to stop the headaches, long term, you're not fixing the problem, right? And so we do have a lot of ways with traditional medicine even that we can prevent and or stop a headache. So there's prevention medicines and there's rescue medications. But the frustrating, I think, part with all of that, with any kind of migraine sufferer, is that it's still not getting to the root of, well, why is it happening to begin with? So historically, we have prevention medicines, all kinds of different things, and there's a bunch of new ones on the market that look very promising, and we do use those sometimes in our patients with bad migraines. But then there still is the question there, well, how long do I have to take this for? Why do I even have this? What are other things I can do about it, right? And then there's the rescue medicines, which typically, above and beyond just using anti-inflammatories, there's the triptans, and triptans are good when they work, but not good when they don't work, or not good when you can't tolerate them because of they have a very extensive side effect profile, and those side effects are somewhat real. And triptans, interestingly enough, modulate 5-HTP or serotonin, and so you can see where there's going to be all these overlaps, right? So if you have hormone imbalance, and we know estrogen in particularly modulates serotonin in the brain, serotonin and dopamine. So then you can see where when the estrogen starts to have an imbalance right before the cycle comes, then you're more likely to suffer from a migraine at that time. And that may be also why a triptan would work to fix it. However, the triptans with modulating serotonin, like for example, I had a patient who came in this week and she had taken her triptan 5 times in the past week because her headaches are just so bad right now with everything going on. And so then she was feeling bad but from the side effects, the serotonin side effects of the triptan, which was also giving her more anxiety, which was then creating this circle or this 8-ball effect, and certainly not helping to rescue or stop any migraine, okay? And so it was kind of perpetuating itself. And so I often see patients who are kind of in that cycle. And so again, it's great if you can get your quality of life back and go to work and function and do your thing. But nobody really takes those medicines and says, oh, within 30 minutes, I felt great and I was able to go about my day and then some. So it's just not a perfect situation. The meds aren't perfect. There's a lot of other new things on the market, again, which are very promising. But of course, we would all love to strive to get down to the root of, why do I have the headaches? How can I prevent this? How can I make this better? Which, in my opinion, would go back to doing our good old workups of, what do your hormones look like? What does your adrenal look like? Even our brain scan that we talked about a couple weeks ago, that will pick up kind of inflammation and migraine, whether it's tension versus something else. So that's always a good way to look at things. And absolutely, things like supplementing progesterone, that will decrease, it will cause some relaxation. of the vasculature, looking at, is there a med interaction issue? You certainly don't want to be taking triptans and then taking a 5-HTP supplement, bad idea. So again, kind of looking at the overall regimen of what you're actually trying to do, and if the way in which you're trying to do it is working for you or against you. And then looking at sleep and stress and, all those other things. So that's kind of, the background to why I think that in the realm of migraine, so to speak, we haven't necessarily come that far. And I think the reason we haven't is because it's so multifactorial of what things cause headaches in what people, and then how you actually experience those headaches, right? I mean, there is just the regular headache. There is, I hit my head and I have a headache. There's a concussion syndrome headache. There is a tension headache that is stress related but can turn into a migraine for people. And then there's a hormone headache, and there's a migraine, and then there's the ones with aura where you actually lose vision or vision changes, and people can even get basilar migraines where you actually have stroke-like symptoms. It's very scary. So because there is such a broad range, and even there's meningitis, so there's so many different things. There's viral headaches. There's so many different things that can cause them. So there probably will never be, and maybe it's false to expect that we're going to find the one go-to for all the headaches and everybody's going to be better, as with a blood pressure medicine or something like that. However, it also just speaks to the complexity of our human brain and how it works, and how our brain is so affected by so many things, be it intake of nutrition, the way in which we exercise, our environment. I mean, you get barometric pressure changes. That's a very real thing for headache experiencers. So, it's just so complicated, but it's so much beautiful because we are complicated. And so what's great about that is we oftentimes can really dive deep and look at all those different avenues. And I say to patients all the time, it's not usually A plus B equals C. It's usually a big equation of a bunch of things, and you add a little bit of this and this and this and this. You haven't slept, you have a little stress, you eat the wrong things, that it's that time of the month, and maybe, it rains, okay? And then that puts you over the edge, and then here you are with the worst migraine you've had in a long time. And so it's not gonna be any specific one of those things, but each of those things needs to be addressed to ultimately get you in a better way and truly make a difference on how many headaches you're having and how often, and even how bad they are when they come. And so the one favorite thing that I like to do for anybody with headaches, and so that will be our giveaway for next week, is of course magnesium. So magnesium is tried and true, and this week what made me think to say this on here is that I was so surprised at how many patients that came to see me with a long history of chronic migraines, maybe even on pharmaceuticals, Topamax, these things that are like technically seizure drugs, so pretty serious medicines, using triptans, all those things, but no one had ever told them to get on daily preventative magnesium. And so I love that, because I don't love that they never got told that, but I love being able to be the person to say it, because it's beautiful when they come back and they say, oh my gosh, it's not that they're gone, but wow, they really have decreased. And it's just the magnesium, which we know does so many things for so many other systems in our body, as we've discussed in all the previous videos. So the biggest thing to know about magnesium for headaches is it needs to be the right kind. And that is where historically we haven't done a great job, even if we recommended it. So a lot of the magnesiums, especially the over-the-counter magnesiums, are made to help you poop. So specifically, it's made to not be absorbed into the body, because it's made to stay in the colon and kind of work osmotically, really. So that is not the kind of magnesium that you want to take, or maybe you do, but not for a headache. So you need to take a magnesium that is actually easily, or as readily as possible, be absorbed into the body, and particularly be able to cross the blood-brain barrier. And so that is usually one of the best ones is magnesium threonate. Here we have a magnesium that's made for that. And so that's a simple way, if you just take the right kind, and I like to take it at night along with our omegas. together. I love magnesium and omega together in the evening or at night to help with sleep restoration, to help with inflammation, and absolutely to help prevent migraine. It is amazing. I mean, it's documented in New England Journal of Medicine. That is one of the most, beautiful things that truly, I don't know if a pharmaceutical has ever been shown to do what magnesium as simply with minimal side effects can do with regard to headache prevention. And it's so good for so many other things again. So I love that idea. So we this week are going to give 5 special people. I see Sam grinning, 5. Because I know there's 5 people out there having headaches. So 5 special people are special brain magnesium that helps with headaches. And so like, share, all those things. Tell us your own headache story. I would love to hear it. I have a bunch that I could tell you. So, and the more we share, the more we learn. And magnesium is just a wonderful thing that is so simple and so easy and can do so many wonderful things for you. So we're going to give 5 of those away out by next Friday. And so hopefully we can help somebody just take it down a notch, just take a little bit of the edge off and slowly help you to get better and live your best life. The other thing that I should definitely mention is we have gotten a ton of great results on our DS Therapeutics line with our IV headache. So, which really truly is a high dose of IV magnesium, but that is a wonderful thing. And it's always so nice when we have someone come in who says, I've had this headache for 5 days, I can't get it to go away. And maybe you're having rebound headaches, right? Maybe you're taking medicine and it works, but the minute it wears off, it comes back and you take another one and then you start this cycle. That is a well-documented known thing. And so if you need to break that cycle, or even if you're just in a bad way, you can come in and our IV headache is phenomenal. And we actually at the same time can do trigger points if you're having tension and muscle spasm, all kinds of extra things we can add into there. And our wonderful infusion nurse, Mary, and she has also been helped by our other nurse, Amanda. And so they love to ta-ta you and give you teas and turn the lights off and put the, what did they do last week? They made it into an aquarium on the TV. I wanted to go snuggle up in there. So anyway, so we can definitely make it to where it's a wonderful experience and you leave headache free. And moreover, the goal would be that you wake up the next morning and you're ready to live your life and not have to worry about that doggone head. So that's very rewarding when we can provide that for patients, and it just works so well. So just know that we have that here, and we should probably give away one of those too. Yes. Oh, look, she didn't even give me a face that time. So, okay, we'll give away one of our IV headaches next week as well. And speaking of IVs, we have a DS Therapeutics deal of the week, which is our IV skin. So I know that I am wearing a mask all day around the clinic, and I must be, I don't know, it's like Dr. Malinsky says, MACNE or something like that, maskne, something like that. So it's like my whole chin, I could just peel it off, right? Because this mask. Anyway, so we decided that it would be a great time to give, or actually kind of do a little package for everybody. And so our IV Skin, which is a wonderful IV hydration customized to help your skin rejuvenate, and along with a microneedling free. So our deal of the week for DS Therapeutics, which is a pretty big deal, but the girls kind of pushed me to do it, and I thought it was a good thing to do, just considering the whole mask, all the mask stuff, right, going on, and the mask stuff that I have on my chin. So this week only, we have, with limited spaces. So as you know, we just have so many microneedling cartridges to use for this. So it is, your Skin IV is $125, and that comes with a free full facial microneedling. And so that is actually a $500 package. The girls are excited to provide that for you all. We've had a lot of new growth around here with regard to getting help in that, as like our nutritionist that I'm about to introduce to you, but also some other wonderful women who are adding to our whole forte over here of things that we can provide for the patients, which we've historically had the ability to do, but not so much the capacity to do. But now with Dr. Fussell here and all these other wonderful people, I'm truly feeling in my heart like it's going to be a very exciting upcoming 2021 for all of us, hopefully, but especially for us, for you, so that we can finally really help to provide the type of service and the level of service that I am passionate about over here. And being able to be a place where we bring you the care in healthcare through rediscovering the art of medicine and why we truly love to do what we do. So with that said, those are our fun deals. And then we have a couple questions. You know what I'm going to do, because we need to get our nutritionist in here and I don't want to ramble for too much. I'm going to answer your questions back online after so that everybody can kind of see the answers. So if you have any other questions, please just post them and I will go in and kind of write some things back. Also, because the person who I'm about to announce to you might have her own little tidbits and pearls with regard to those questions. So without further ado, we need to announce, oh, she must have heard. Here she is. Okay, wait, I'm gonna have to figure out how to fix this. So, we historically have not been awesome at giving you, it's so small.
It is so tiny.
Okay. Oh, like it like this. Okay. So we have not been great. I wonder if I can move. Can I move all those? Can you see?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
At being able to really hone in on nutritionally what you needed to do. Certainly, we had nobody over here who was going to give you a fitness plan, so or myself a fitness plan. So we are excited that I completely feel like it's a big blessing that we have Sam. Not Sam, our manager. It's Sam Part Duh, or we like to call her Salmon, because her last name is Estelle, and salmon is such a great thing for everyone to eat. So we just thought, and she's a nutritionist, so we thought that was really cute. So this is Salmon, our nutritionist, who is now full-time with us, and we are so excited for her to be here to help us to do what we love to do for you. So I'll let her tell you a little bit about herself. She got all dressed up today.
Oh yes, and my beautiful burgundy scrubs.
Beautiful.
Thank you for having
Yes.
me. Very excited to be here. Your patient base is awesome so far.
We do love them.
We do love them. They're pretty great. Very excited to be here doing the nutritional consults, the Cornerstone Wellness Program, the NGTs, which are super exciting.
So nutritional genetics is a little bit new for Sam, so she's loving it.
Yes.
She's exploring my 52 pages. She's going to tell me all the things I need to do.
Yes, we've already started.
Yeah,
Push-ups,
yeah.
push-ups,
Yep.
push-ups.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
working
fell on my
very,
face.
a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's okay.
It's okay. It's
Yeah.
okay. You can fall on your face every once in a while.
You can.
Sometimes you need to.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
you got to get up and keep going.
Yes, you do. Absolutely. So we'll be talking all things nutrition and fitness and hormones, a little bit of hormones. Very excited about that and how they come into play with what nutritional plan you should be on. So very excited
So
about
for
that.
me, what I love about having Sam here, above and beyond all of the things that you know, is that you know our stuff.
Yes.
And so it was such a wonderful, really just life-changing in a day thing to have somebody who could come in and truly, Sam just eats up all this stuff, knew all about the similar testing that we did here, other than the NGT. She's exploring that. She's excited to learn that.
Very excited.
And then can add the fitness component and other things. So I think that I know that having her on staff is just going to allow us to truly bring what we do for you to the next level, and really to the level that I had expectations of myself and what we were going to do here for you. And I just feel like we haven't yet done that, and now we have the capacity and the tools and the people here to do it. So I'm very, very excited. She's already full every day. And so if you're interested in having a consultation with her, please come see her. People are already calling who knew she was here and asking for appointments with her. We do joint appointments, obviously. I oversee everything here, just like always, but she has been so phenomenal and already changed regimens for some of our patients, and just has such more to offer them that really I just didn't know, but I didn't know, and that's what she knows.
Yes.
So it's perfect.
Very complimentary.
So
So thank you. Thank you so much.
So welcome. Thank
so
you.
So happy to be here.
So we also are going to give away, like we said last week, the surprise was salmon. And the other surprise is we want to give away a 1 hour long, very thorough exploration for one special sweet person of their nutritional health and overall diet regimen and everything, along with any, I said it last week and I'm going to say it again, testing in our all the testing we talked about last week. Anything that Sam thinks you need is on me, along with any supplements or things that we advise you to do that we would normally otherwise have you go get somewhere else and or have here. So complete comprehensive makeover, so to speak, in our DS therapeutic way, which is not necessarily makeup, but it is, you know, an internal makeover for your external wellness and health, which is so important. And so any of those things, mind, gut testing, nutritional genetics, metabolic mapping, all the stuff we talked about, food sensitivity, any of those things that Sam thinks you need when you come in, you get during that consultation. And so that special person, ooh, there's gonna be some people that are so jealous right now. I'm kind of jealous. I want to like update all my stuff. Anyway, who's it gonna be, Sam? Sam's picking randomly right now. Oh, Miss Tammy Harris. So Miss Tammy Harris, if you don't have an appointment with us, you need to call and make one. Make sure you block out time, girl, because it's going to be a lot of stuff. But it is going to be awesome. We can't wait to do this for you. And we can't wait to do it for anybody who is interested, really. So this is the fun stuff of medicine. This is what I love about being a doctor and practicing how we do here. And I truly feel like we want to help you not need us, right? We want you to go and live your best and know exactly what to do for yourself and understand your body down to the cellular level and how best and most effectively and efficiently you can really change your life for the better. Yeah. And then that, of course, changes everyone's life around you. So we're excited for Miss Tammy. Can't wait to do this for you. Everything's on me, girl. She is. And anyway, so I hope you guys have a wonderful, did I need to announce anything else? I think that's it for today. Hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, wonderful week. We will reconvene next week, and between Sam and I, we will answer your questions that you posted today. I know there were some questions about iodine and other things. Great questions. We love them. We love the interaction and to keep us, you know, talking back and forth. That's what this is all about. So we also will be posting these lives. I realize that at this time, a lot of people have canceled Facebook, don't want to get on it. I totally get it. So I hate that we've just done Facebook Lives. So we will be sending a link after every one of them and emailing to all of our patients the links. We will put them on YouTube so that they can be more widely seen for anybody who would like to view any of the information. So we do plan on doing that as well. I knew there was something I was forgetting. Okay, so next week, magnesium to 5 people, IV headache to one special person who tells their headache story, and more fun stuff to come in the meantime. Love you guys. Thanks for joining in today. Bye.